She sat quietly in the corner of the grand hall, surrounded by the glittering chandeliers and the sound of music echoing across the gala. The evening was alive with laughter, sparkling gowns, and conversations filled with charm, yet she felt invisible among the sea of faces. She adjusted her glasses and kept her eyes lowered, wondering if anyone even noticed her presence. For a moment she thought about leaving, slipping away quietly before anyone could ask her why she was there alone. But just as she reached for her clutch bag, something unexpected happened. A tall, confident man in a perfectly tailored navy blue suit approached her. His eyes carried a spark of curiosity, and his presence drew the attention of others around them. He was the kind of man who seemed to belong to a different world, the kind of man whose very walk spoke of power, confidence, and success. And yet at that moment, he wasn't looking at the glamorous socialites or the glittering crowd. He was looking at her. He paused, offering the faintest smile, and then extended his hand toward her. In a calm, smooth voice, he asked the question that changed everything that evening. "Care for a dance?" Her heart skipped a beat. She wasn't sure how to respond, unsure if this was some kind of dream. People around them began to whisper, their eyes widening at the sight. After all, this was not just any man. This was the billionaire everyone had been talking about all evening. He could have asked anyone in that room, but instead, he chose the quiet girl who had been sitting alone. With hesitation, she placed her hand in his. The moment his fingers wrapped gently around hers, a rush of warmth filled her chest. He led her to the dance floor, and the music seemed to soften just for them. She had never imagined being the center of attention, yet here she was, under the soft glow of the lights, moving gracefully with a man who seemed larger than life. For the first time that night, she felt seen. As they danced, he leaned closer and asked about her life, her passions, and her dreams. Unlike others, he didn't talk about money, power, or influence. He wanted to know who she truly was. She was surprised at how easy it was to talk to him, how natural the conversation flowed. Every laugh she shared with him made her forget the loneliness she had felt just minutes earlier. It was as if the world around them had faded, leaving only the two of them in a moment that seemed timeless. The whispers around the room grew louder, but neither of them seemed to notice. For him, she wasn't just another guest at the gala. She was someone who stood out without even trying. And for her, he wasn't just a billionaire. He was someone who reached across the distance and chose to connect in a way that was genuine and rare. By the end of the song, she realized her night had transformed completely. What began as a lonely evening had turned into something unforgettable, all because of a simple invitation to dance. Sometimes the smallest gestures can lead to the biggest changes in life, and sometimes one unexpected moment can rewrite an entire story.